Grab your drinks and your jersey on. It's a watch-along party till the break of dawn. From London town to Sevilla street, two sides meet where the champions beat. Blue is the color, vibes run deep. Conference League, no time for sleep. Chelsea rise with a youthful flame. Now the final calling out the name. Cole Palmer dancing, magic feet. Jackson running like a hurricane beat. Enzo and Casale, boss in the mid. Gusto and Cucurella doing the bid. Beat Jenk then fly past nice. Quarterfinals, semis insist. Now it's Betis, final test. London boys ready to do their best. Ooh na na, turn up the stream. Conference League final, a football dream. Chelsea, Betis, two hearts colliding. I watch along. Conference King. From Spain, them coming with heart and pride. Green and white banner held high and wide. Isco's feet like poetry flow. Want me sharp when it's time to blow. Fikir return with fire and flair. Ayo's goals come out of thin air. Guido tough like a lion's roar. Pellegrini dreaming of European lore. They sing Basel, then storm past Brugg. Every match a rhythm, then plug. No Prague lights up, showdown set. Betis fans not feel regret. One ball, one dream, two teams strong. Final whistle soon will come along. VAR watching crowd, them loud. Still bubble through the cloud. Respect to all who kick and play. Tonight's the night, no delay. Win or lose, we chant and sing. In this final, football is king. And then, ooh na na, turn up the stream. Conference League final, a football dream. Chelsea, Betis, two hearts colliding. I watch how long we ride or die. King. So light up the chat, drop your scoreline pick. Watch how long massive vibes turn up quick. One love, one ball, let the rhythm stay. Conference fire lighting up the
What's up, everyone? Hello, beautiful people. What is going on? Welcome to Real Betis versus Chelsea Football Club, the live UEFA Conference League final watch-along and reactions. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. I hope you enjoyed the little music that was being played and also the graphics highlighting not only the match at hand, but also the starting 11 for both teams. Now, before I go any further, I want to invite you guys to like, share, and to subscribe if you haven't already. For people watching so far, I appreciate each and every one of you that have tuned in. But before we go into discussing the lineup for both teams, and we have around 30 to 31 minutes before the match starts. So let us go through, firstly, what both managers had to say in their press conference, starting firstly with Manuel Pellegrini. I'll be right back.
I wanted to ask you about Anthony, and obviously he's been brilliant for you. He's got quite emotional when he was speaking to the host broadcaster. Tiers said he found it hard to cope mentally with not playing at Manchester United. How proud are you that you've helped him turn his career around?
Well, I think that I can be proud, but I think that Anthony did all what he could to do it. I spoke with him before he came in to Betis. He told me that he was not playing because he was not happy, but he had a lot of complain about what he has done also, so he wanted revenge, and here in Betis I think that he had it, and he did it in the way we know that he can do it, because it's not easy for you to pay 100 million for a player, and Anthony is a very good player, and I am absolutely sure that this is a huge time here in Betis to continue improving his career.
Chelsea coach Enzo Maresca, who you obviously know very well, made a very strong point last week that Betis played on Friday, their final game before this match, but Chelsea had to play on Sunday. And he's made a big point of the fact you have 2 extra days to prepare. Does he have a point? Do you have an advantage over Chelsea because of this?
Well, I read what Enzo said, and I agree absolutely with him. Not because with Betis against Chelsea, I think that in football you cannot give any advantage to your rival. Of course, they had a difficult game on Sunday that they must qualify for the Champions League. They did it, so I'm very happy for him. But it will not be an excuse, because you need to play 3 days after that game. And during the whole season, you always have to play, especially when you play Champions League or European games, to play Thursday and Sunday, Wednesday or Saturday. So I'm absolutely sure that Chelsea will be recuperated in what they did on Sunday, and will be tomorrow a difficult team with 1 or 2 days less of rest, but will be exactly the same difficult team.
Is it true that you texted Enzo Maresca telling him these 2 teams would meet in the final, and how early was that text? And then if you could speak a bit more as to what you taught Enzo as a manager.
Yes, of course. I sent Enzo a message, a very short message, when we start in the phase of groups. I see you in Poland in the final. And when we both arrive, also I give him a call to tell him how happy I was to play the final against him.
What were the main messages you taught him?
To Enzo? Yeah. No, nothing about that. Just 2 or 3 words. I congratulate him about what they did on Sunday.
But I mean, when you worked together.
No, when we worked together, I don't know what he learned about that, but when we work in West Ham, we always talk about football, so both of us know absolutely what the other think about that.
You've obviously managed extensively in England. You know the strength of a team like Chelsea. Who do you think is favourites tomorrow night? Who should be favourites, and how much satisfaction would you take from winning?
Well, it's very easy for me to say that Chelsea is favourite, because as Isco just said, their budget is a little bit more than ours. But I don't agree with that. I think that both teams will have exactly the same chance to win the game tomorrow. In 90 minutes in a game, everyone can win. It depends on the performance of the players. We have a player with a lot of experience also, both here and both sides at my side. And we will be absolutely convinced from the first minute that we are going to start to try to win the game. And in 90 minutes, we'll see which team play better.
¿Qué tiene el Betis que no tenga el Chelsea?
Buena pregunta. Bueno, sobre todo dinero, ¿no? Y a partir de ahí, bueno, somos 2 buenos equipos con 2 grandes jugadores y bueno, mañana tenemos un partido muy importante y yo creo que lo que sí creo que más tiene el Betis es ilusión por este partido, por esta final, por escribir su historia en Europa y bueno, yo creo que es un punto a favor nuestro.
Sí, evidentemente, como he dicho, al final Chelsea a nivel histórico, a nivel de Europa, a nivel como club, también viene a hacer una fase que ha ganado todos los partidos, pero nosotros somos una familia. Desde el primer día le decía al míster que veía muchísimo compromiso desde pretemporada y nos hemos ido creciendo como equipo durante esta temporada hasta el nivel de poder alcanzar los objetivos y estar a día de hoy aquí. Y como somos una familia, como sabemos que no es solo una final para nosotros, que es algo más, que va más allá, es algo muy grande para el Betis, vamos con una un grado de compromiso y de alegría y de ganas, pues que van a hacer que también estemos en ello.
¿Qué cosas y cuántas cosas buenas tienes que hacer el Betis para mañana doblegar al Chelsea? Y sobre todo, me gustaría que incidierais un poquito en qué error capital no se debería de cometer mañana en esta final ante el Chelsea. Un poco para los tres. Gracias.
Bueno, yo creo principalmente lo más importante para ganar la mañana es ser el mismo equipo de siempre, lo que nos ha permitido llegar a esta final, lo que nos permitió en la Liga, ¿no es cierto?, clasificar a Europa y estar peleando la clasificación a Champions hasta los últimos minutos. Lo he dicho muchas veces, la parte emocional hay que saberla manejar con mucha calidad, porque un error importante de ese aspecto puede decidir un resultado. Así que tener la confianza que jugando igual a igual tenemos las mismas posibilidades de ganar el partido de mañana y, como digo, no cometer errores por exceso de motivación.
All right, so we've heard what Manuel Pellegrini has had to say. Before I go to what Maresca said, let me just acknowledge this donation from Puggy. £5. You're on a roll, Puggy. I appreciate the donation. It says, excellent work, Tyrone. Come on, you Blues. So yes, indeed, come on, you Blues. And of course, Puggy also said, come on, you Blues, prior to that donation that he sent. So much appreciation to you, Puggy. Thank you for making such a charitable donation to Chelsea Sessions channel. I appreciate it, and it will go a long way for helping the channel going forward. So thank you. So we've heard what Manuel Pellegrini has had to say alongside his captain, Real Betis captain Isco. So let's hear what the Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca has had to say leading up to this match. Take a listen.
Yeah, for sure. The mood it's a good one. It's a good mood. It's a consequence from the last game, but we know that the final is completely different because it's one game. Anything can happen, but overall the mood is very good. Yeah.
Have you spoken to Manuel Pellegrini since footballing father? How's it feel to celebrate?
I just met him outside, and all the staff and some of the players that I know for different reasons, and yeah, we just see each other.
Can we wait for the microphones, please, when they arrive? John.
Hello, Enzo. I just wonder if you, having qualified for the Champions League Sunday, if you follow that up with the European trophy, what will that mean as a season overall? How do you view that season from a position where you started last summer?
Well, let me think that we qualified. That we feel much better. I said a few times during the season that for me was already a good season for different reasons, and can become a very good season if we finish top 4, top 5, and if we are able to win the final tomorrow. The first target is there. We achieved that last Sunday, and hopefully we can achieve tomorrow the second one.
Over here, please.
Hola Enzo, ¿qué tal? Juan Luis Martín para el Correo de Andalucía. Por tu pasado sevillista, no sé si te hace especial.
At Sevilla, I don't know if you're especially eager to beat Betis, and what do you make special to reach this final against Betis? No, above all, it's a final between Chelsea and Betis. I'm simply representing Chelsea here, and all my thinking, all my focus is only on Chelsea. As for Betis, I think they've done really well. They've beaten really important teams in Spain, and it's a dangerous team above all because of what the coach wants and the quality of some players, of the players they have.
Hi Enzo. Hiya. If I just take you back to Sunday, we saw Levi Colwill on the pitch talking about the critics of Chelsea, and he swore on television. You swore in a press conference as well, talking about the critics of Chelsea. It feels to me almost like the siege mentality is back at Chelsea. Chelsea used to thrive on that because people never liked them that much. Does it feel like that there is a siege mentality building at Chelsea? And also, I wonder did you get in trouble with your wife for swearing with your daughter sitting next to you at a press conference?
first of all, I think it's a good feeling that the players react when there are some critics, So I think it's a good reaction from the players. Then Levi's reaction, my reaction was just you say outburst. How to say outburst? For the moment. And the reason why is because in our bad moment or bad run during the season, I mean February, March, when we draw points, many people, they were talking not from our point of view, they were not talking in the right way. Probably if you ask them, they're gonna say that from their point of view, they were talking the right way. But from our point of view, they were not talking in the right way. And the reason why is because, yes, we are young, yes, we are the youngest squad in the history of the Premier League, but at the same time, they are men. So I also use that critics to say, guys, today it's a chance that we can say that we are not young, we are mature enough, we can compete and we can do the right things. So I think Levi's reaction, my reaction, different player that they react, it was just an outburst.
In here, please.
Was your wife upset with you for swearing?
No, she was very happy. She was at the stadium.
She was happy?
Yeah. I have 4 kids.
Yeah.
So she was at the stadium with the 4 kids. So we were all happy after the game.
Even with you swearing?
Everyone. Thank you.
Yes, please.
Coach, Harit Zataryan from Armenia. Chelsea was facing with FC Noah in London. And from that time, there were a lot of talks in Armenia that this is a finalist. So how is the feeling that from that time when you were in the league group stage, you were already in the mentality of being a favorite of the tournament? So how is the feeling of being this favorite? And one more question, if I may, short one. This is a trophy which is missing in the Chelsea Museum. So if you will win, there will be your name as a head coach of the team. So feeling about that as well. Thank you.
Probably the most complicated thing this season about the conference has been to convince the player that for us was the best competition in the world. And the reason why was because it's the competition that we were in. So every game has been difficult, especially because I needed to convince the player that we were not able to drop nothing, because you can lose points against any team, and we need to respect any team in Europe and any team that we face. And then I'm not focused about winning this competition or with this trophy because my name. For sure, I'm happy if we win, but I'm especially happy for the club, for the fans. And as you said, also because Chelsea can become the first club in Europe to win all the European competition.
Simon.
And sorry, please just a reminder to use the microphone. Thank you.
Got the mic here. Hi, Enzo. Nicholas Jackson, what kind of mood is he in? Do you get the feeling that he's hungry to make amends for his red card? And have you told him to channel that sort of energy in the right way to watch his discipline?
I hope so. Because I think Nico is in doubt with his teammates, and the reason why is because in that moment Newcastle away was for us the most important game, and he left his teammates with 10 players for 1 hour. So for sure he's in doubt. For sure he's a good guy. For sure he recognized the mistake. He apologized with his teammates. That is very important. And I'm sure that tomorrow is going to do a very good game for us.
Jacob.
Hi, Enzo. It's been suggested at times that this competition is maybe not the most important thing for Chelsea, but from your experience as a player, what does winning that first piece of silverware do to a team's mentality? Is it important for these players just to get that first taste of it and just become hungry for more and more?
The conference is important. For us has been important since day one, and the reason why is because it's the competition that we are in. We cannot play Champions League if we are a conference, so we cannot play Europa. We are in a conference, so for us was the most important competition. We need to try to win that. If we are able to win, I think it's a good thing, especially because we continue to build the winner mentality that I said many times. To build winner mentality, there is only one way: win games. You cannot build a winner mentality if you don't win games. I think we won many games this season, but it's not enough. Sunday game is finished. We qualify. We all happy. But tomorrow we need to show again the desire to win the title and to win the game.
Obviously, job done really in terms of the big aim this season. You had 2 seasons to get Chelsea into the Champions League. You've done it in your first season. How do you get the team to react so they say, right, we're up for this now, we've got extra confidence, we can relax, as opposed to job done, we don't need to bother too much about this game?
No, the message in the last 48 hours has been we did something important, but if we want to confirm that we are becoming an important club, we need to show desire to win the title, to win the game. So, as you said, job done, fantastic, all happy, but tomorrow is a different game. It's a final, and it's a game that we want to win at any cost. Yeah, for sure.
All right, so welcome back. There had a little technical difficulty there, but what do you guys think? For people watching currently, what do you guys think about what both managers had to say? I have a lot to say about what Maresca said particularly, because he said some very interesting things, especially regarding what he would have said on Sunday about to those haters, if of to those who would have ruled Chelsea out, said that they're too young. I'll come back to that. And of course, Manuel Pellegrini, the first manager whose press conference I would have shared in this stream so far, he would have said that in terms of the question he was asked about the fact that Real Betis played on Friday and Chelsea played on Sunday, so they technically had 2 days of a rest period, quote unquote, because there's no guarantee that they actually took 2 days of rest and that they didn't try to practice on Saturday or on Sunday as well. So he said that he agrees with what Maresca said about that and the fact that no team should have had any advantage, whether it's good advantage, bad advantage, whatever the case may be. That's one thing. We hear that Isco and also Manuel Pellegrini alluded to the fact that Real Betis does not have the opportunity to spend like Chelsea have the opportunity to spend. Obviously, they, as he would have said, they have more money. So, of course, that was mentioned. Isco also mentioned it as well, the captain of Real Betis. I'll go into the lineup quickly because we are 12 minutes away from that. But I just want to quickly say this. Manuel Pellegrini, he obviously knows Maresca. Maresca knows him as well. Teacher versus students as well. Obviously, he was an assistant to Manuel Pellegrini, Maresca that is, when Manuel Pellegrini was in the Premier League, managing at West Ham. So obviously they have some relationship there. They worked with each other. So technically Maresca would know a bit of what Manuel Pellegrini is able to do. So of course that's one thing. And then Maresca. What Maresca said is kind of controversial to me because at one point in the press conference, he said that his intention or the way that he was looking at it, I'm going to paraphrase, but ensure that the purpose or the value of what I'm saying or what I'm trying to reference is not reshuffled or I am bad-mouthing or I'm undermining or turning or flipping what he said into something worse than perhaps what he meant. But he said something about the fact that, his intention was not, okay, we need to win this competition. It's about trying to get the team to improve and all of that, which is fine, that's okay. But then he also followed up when a question was asked about, I think it was from the person that asked the question from Armenia when he said about Noah and all of that, and from the fact that from that stage, Chelsea were looked at as the favourites. And perhaps, he didn't know that from the very beginning, UEFA on X and all of that, they were promoting Chelsea even before the competition started as the favourites anyway. So, Maresca said, and then he also said it in the end, at the last part of the press conference, that this is an important match, or that we looked at it as being an important competition to win. So he's flip-flopping there. I don't know if it's down to the lack of the fact that English is not his first language, that he probably made a mistake there, but it's not making sense to me in that sense. Anyways, I'm not going to go into negativity here because Chelsea could win a trophy. They could end the season with a trophy, so I'm not going to speak about anything negatively. So 10 minutes before kickoff, of course, I have to ensure that I have everything prepared. So let's just quickly go through the lineup. So I'm looking up on my TV right now, the Conference League graphics is being showed. I have to ensure that it's muted. But let me quickly share the lineup for both teams that I have here, the graphics that I would have placed here to try to make it easier for those who join to see the lineup side by side. So as you guys can see here, the starting 11 for Real Betis versus Chelsea goes as follows. Goalkeeper for Real Betis, firstly, is Adrian. Obviously, the former Liverpool and West Ham goalkeeper, Adrian, is the goalkeeper that is starting for Real Betis. Then you have number 4, Cardozo. The defender there, you have Barta, you have Nathan, I don't want to butcher the name. Anthony, of course, we know the Manchester United loanee who is expected to perhaps want to stay at Real Betis. And Marlo Pellegrini alluded to the fact that, they'll see what can happen regarding him staying, as he feels a new life or a new source of life while being there. Obviously, this name I'm going to probably butcher it, but I'm going to try my best not to. You have Ezalozoli. I hope that's how it's pronounced. Forgive me if it's mispronounced. Then you have Bakambu, also there, playing in the more advanced role in that midfield. You have Rodriguez. You have Fornals. Pablo Fornals are also a former West Ham player. So funny enough, quite a number of West Ham or United players are in this team. And then Isco, the captain. Obviously, we know that he was at Real Madrid and he went to Real Betis recently. And then you have Sabali, who is also starting for them. I'll probably butcher that name, forgive me. But for Chelsea, we know, no surprise here, we have Felipe Jorgensen. He is the goalkeeper, number 12. You have Malo Gusto on that right-hand side as the right back. We'll see what happens in terms of the application. Then you have Trevor Chalobah, who's also starting as well. You have Benoit Badiashile. You have Marc Cucurella. You have Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, who is the captain for this grand final for Chelsea. We have Noni Madueke. You have Cole Palmer. You have Pedro Neto. And of course, Nicholas Jackson, who you're able to see in the starting 11 graphics, courtesy and presented by Damak and Chelsea. So the substitutes involved for Chelsea. I wasn't able to get the substitute bench for Real Betis to be shown on this graphics, not showing any favoritism, albeit I'm a Chelsea fan. But you have Robert Sanchez on the substitute bench for Chelsea. You have Bergstrom, who's also a goalkeeper. You have Tosin. You have Levi Cole, so we have centre-backs there as well that we can call upon. Acheng Pong, who can play as a centre-back or as a right-back. We have Reece James, who comes as a surprise there that he's not starting. You have Amago, who is the young midfielder that we would have gotten recently. You have Dewsbury Hall, another midfielder there. You have Tyreek George, the attacking player who has scored a goal in the Conference League and has scored for Chelsea on more than one occasion. So he's also there. We have Sancho. I'm just looking up at the graphics that I'm seeing here for the finals. It's looking beautiful. I like what I'm seeing so far. But let me quickly say that Sancho is also there. You have Christopher Nkunku. So Christopher Nkunku could come off the bench and potentially get his final appearance at Chelsea, because it's speculated that he will most likely be leaving the club. And then we have Mark Guew, who makes back in time to be on the bench. So happy days. We have options that we can call upon should we need them. But this is the grand final of the UEFA Conference League watch, and this is a watch along as well, and it's live. So I am excited. I don't want to know what you guys think. Give me your score prediction. I'm going with 2-1. I'm not going to say to which team. I'm just going to say 2-1. That's my score prediction. I think the match will be close, but I'm saying 2-1 as the final score. So I'm looking at the TV, seeing what they're showing. They're showing beautiful graphics here. We're seeing some flags. We're seeing some banners. And we're seeing some marching band. We see some We see some bands with drums and all of that. So let me know you guys' score prediction. 6 people watching, make sure you drop in a like on the stream and that you are subscribing if you are new. So thank you guys. Thank you to each and every one of you who took the time to join me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for your support for this watch along. So I'm ensuring that everything is set up. So we're 5 minutes away, or 4 minutes plus some seconds away from kickoff. Let's see what will happen in this match, of course. So excited, very much excited to see what will happen here today. So I'm going to try to get the play-by-play screen up on the screen for you guys to see it. I'm going to try my best to see what can be done. Now, a very interesting fact that I must mention. Let me put myself back in solo layout. All right, so one thing that I must mention as well is that the last time Real Betis and Chelsea played in a competitive match was in 2005 under the one and only Jose Mourinho, where Chelsea came out victorious in that said match. So let me just quickly this other device that I have here to join the studio here so I can get it. So, but as I said, drop a like, please drop your score prediction. We're seeing the trophy here on my end. The individual here is placing it down on the podium, and it's a beautiful trophy. I have to be honest, it looks very nice. I like it. It looks very cool, man. I like the build of it. It looks very good. I have to be honest, I like it. So for people watching, please do drop a like, please subscribe if you haven't already, as I said before, and leave your score predictions. If you're a Real Betis fan, even better. I like being inclusive of everybody. And we're seeing the players walk out now on my end. This match, I'm very nervous now. I don't know why. I'm feeling very nervous about this match. I don't know why, but that is just the case. I feel very nervous. Let's see what will happen here. Right, let me look to see what I can find out here. Head to head, quickly, as the players are coming out, we see Moises Caicedo with the face mask on, Pedro Neto, Malo Gusto, Nicholas Jackson, the final players to make it out of the tunnel. So yeah, so as I said, the last time that Chelsea and Real Betis faced off against each other, I need to be accurate here, 2005, Real Betis actually won 1-0. Before that, also in 2005, in the group stage, in the Champions League, in 2005, of course, Chelsea won 4-0 at home. So, interesting. So, it's even. So, whoever wins this, it will be 2-1. And funny enough, I said 2-1 is my score prediction. So, let's see who will come up victorious. So, the camera is going to the players. We're seeing Jurgensen, Enzo Fernandez, the captain, the referees here, and Real Betis. So, Isco, Adrian, amongst the players for Real Betis. I'm really trying not to butcher the name. Rodriguez, obviously, Anthony, and of course, Pablo Fornals is also there. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. As I said before, I'm very much excited for this final. Chelsea could finish the season off with a glorious celebration as they would complete the set by winning all available European competition trophies. And we're about to see kickoff take place. Very much excited. I'm also nervous at the same time. So hopefully the result will be positive for Chelsea. But let's see what happens here. So it's being predicted that Real Betis will be fielding a 4-3-3. Malo Pellegrini is the manager, head coach for Real Betis, as we would have been made aware of. Can't wait to see what will happen here. Trying to get the play-by-play screen up as the match is about to start in about 2 seconds. All right, so all right. I'm a bit behind, I have to be honest. Match hasn't kicked off on my end just yet. Okay, the play-by-play screen isn't working for me right now, unfortunately, but we move. Bear with me, guys. Try to get this up to see what can be done to rectify such a problem. So, all right, so the match hasn't kicked off yet, apparently, but it's about to. So let's see what will happen here. Match is about to start. And of course, 4-2-3-1, Madueke, Cole Palmer, and Pedro Neto are expected to be behind Nicholas Jackson. Badiashile, all about the two centre backs, Gusto and Kukurea, as the fullbacks, right and left respectively. And the match is kicked off. Chelsea have kicked off, and they're going straight on the attack from the get-go. Let's see what will happen here. All right, so it appears that I'll be a couple seconds behind, as on my end the match hasn't started yet. They're in the circle getting themselves ready, so I'm behind. Real Betis are on the attack based on the play-by-play screen that I'm trying to use. It's not as specific as the one that I usually use, unfortunately, but let's see what can happen here. Let me see if the play-by-play one that I usually use is okay. The play-by-play screen that I usually use is now available, so let me see if I can share the screen over here. Big up to you also, GFC Garvin. I forgot to bring this up. Big up to you, GFC Garvin. Let me share this screen. Okay. I think it should be added. Okay. All right, perfect. It's being shared now. So you should be able to see the play-by-play. But I also want you guys to be able to see me. So you see my reactions. Let me see if I can find an ideal. Okay, I think this should work. Nope. That's too much in my face. Yeah, I don't like how this looks. Looks like it's too much. Okay. On the laptop that I'm using, otherwise, it is saying that the thing is too close to my face. But on the laptop that I'm using mostly, as in the one I use for the camera, it's saying that my picture is completely fine. So let me know what you guys are seeing. Is it problematic or is it okay? If it is, then I'll change the layout once more. Trying to see what I can do to ensure that, okay, that's blocking it completely. Can't use that. Okay, I think this should be okay. Big up to you, SKFC. Big up to you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the support. Hope you're well. And let's see. Oh, mistake here early on. Nicholas Jackson was trying to pose on a mistake by Adrian, but to no avail. To no avail. Did anything happen there? Hopefully the boys come through. Yes, indeed. 6 people watching. Please drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. All right, so it's been a very end-to-end match so far. Real Betis is in possession, I should say. On my end, I'm a few seconds behind, so I could be wrong. High pressing here from Nicholas Jackson in the earlier stages. You can obviously see that he wants to make up for the last time he was allowed to play for Chelsea. It would not have been a good thing for him. So let's see what will happen here. So Badiashile is on the ball on my end. Obviously, on the play-by-play screen, you see an interception happened from Cardozo. I'm wondering if I should use that. I should not speak and just let you guys see, of course, what I am sharing through the play-by-play screen. And if anything happens, then I just speak about it. So let me just stay quiet. Okay, let me fix the starting 11 thingy so I can change the banner. Hope you guys are still able to see me. Pop that the thing is not covering my face. So I'm just going to change this banner. Goal kick. A shot has been taken here from Real Betis, but it's not going to trouble the goalkeeper, which is a good thing, I suppose. But so far, the match has been end to end. Chelsea attacking, trying to get the opening goal, because the opening goal surely will be important to find out who will be the winner of this match. So let's see what will happen there. Right, so as I said, just trying to fix this banner so that it's reflecting the starting 11s for both teams, and I'll go from there after that. All right, so that should be better. All right, so it's 0-0. I think I don't like how the lighting looks on for my camera, but we move. Let's just see what can be done otherwise. But big up to you guys. Big up to you once more, SKFC, for tuning in. And thank you once more to Puggy for the £5 donation that he made earlier on in the stream. On my end, Real Betis is on the attack. Come on, Chelsea. Great defending there. Chalba is in possession. I'm going to change this quickly. See if I can have better coverage. Because I'm not liking... I don't like how behind I am. It's kind of makes me feel weird. I don't like how way behind I am. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my days. Oh my days. Real Betis have scored. I can't believe this. I have to go back to what I was watching then. I can't miss this. I didn't see how the goal happened. Oh my days. This is not looking good for Chelsea so far. Chelsea have conceded. Wow, I need to go back before I missed the goal completely. Bloody hell. Chelsea are 1 goal behind, and it's Zoli who scores. I'm trying to go back before I missed this completely. Wow. Oh my word. What a goal that must have been. All right, so I'm way behind. Way behind because I'm not even seeing the free kick. I'm just seeing, okay, now the goal is happening. What a strike. What a build-up. Oh my word. Chelsea 1-0 down. I cannot believe this. Okay, so they have an uphill battle now. Let's see what will happen here. Real Betis. I did tell people that not to rule out Real Betis, and it looks as if there's some truth to that. So it's 1-0 to Real Betis. They've scored. So after 9 minutes of this match, Real Betis have taken the lead, and it comes from a mistake here. Caicedo, no protection for that midfield as usual when you don't have Lavia, and as a result, Isco makes a beautiful crossfield pass to Ezzoli. I'm probably butchering that name, and he strikes, just goes beyond Chalobah's foot. Jorgensen can do absolutely nothing about it, and they concede. So, what a way to start this match. At the early part of the match, see Chelsea losing 1-0, and they'll have to try to overturn a 1-goal deficit now in order to win this Conference League. So let's see what will happen. I'm way behind still. I want to see if I can enhance how far behind I am. I'm 40 seconds behind, which is never a good thing. Let's see what will happen. A lot of people are complaining. They're saying get rid of Malo Gusto on X. That's one of the things that I'm seeing so far. That, and it's in response to a mistake and his lack of positioning skills right then and there. A lot of people are giving up on Malo Gusto. I'm not giving up on Malo Gusto. I get the frustration. I get that it's embarrassing to see him make such mistakes in our crucial final. And, I do go back to why did Reece James not start. But let's not forget that Malo Gusto is a very young player. I don't think that's fair. I get it. I understand the frustration, but Malo Gusto is a very young player, and I don't think that saying get rid of him is a good thing. He's a very young player. He has a lot to learn for sure, but I don't agree with the sentiment of get rid of Malo Gusto. I get it. He made a mistake. His positioning in the defending aspect is not the greatest, but he's still young. Real Betis are on the attack again, and Jorgensen is called into action, and he does well enough to keep the deficit at only 1 goal. It's not looking good for Chelsea in these early stages. Malo Gusto is a very easy target for scrutiny from the Chelsea fans online. But Manuel Pellegrini will be happy with, and the fans are happy, as I'm able to see that on my end. But Manuel Pellegrini can be very happy with the fact that his team has found a way to take the lead very early on in this Grand Conference League final in Warclaw. Let's see. I'm now seeing the opportunity that Real Betis had. And it was a good build-up. But the cross was not going to trouble Jorgensen. But it was a good idea. Very good idea there. Try to see if I can find where to watch, because this is not really working for me. I'm way behind, and I don't like that. I would like to be closer, even if it's not exact second by second, because that's not going to be possible. But at least I would like to be, if anything, just 10 seconds behind, something closer. 40 seconds behind means I'm missing a lot of what's happening. Oh my days, what a shot there from Real Betis. Jorgensen called into action, he makes the save. But Real Betis have the courage, and you can't blame them. They have a 1-goal lead. Jorgensen was off his line a bit, and that gave the Real Betis number 9 confidence to take the strike from distance. For people watching, guys, I'm encouraging you guys once more to drop a like. It'll go a long way. Mark Barta made a good effort there. Isco is dispossessed by Badiashile. Pablo Fernández is trying to get beyond. Maresca is shouting instructions at his players. Let's see what will happen here. What will be the response? It's still early in this match, early in this first half as well. So there's no cause for alarm. It's just a 1-goal deficit. Chelsea can score in a matter of seconds. Anything is possible, but let's see what can happen. So far, I do wonder as well why Reece James did not start this match. Nicholas Jackson dropping deep here. He's on the attack. He gives the ball to Neto, who's on that left-hand side. I beg your pardon, Madueke. Correction. Madueke does good enough to try to get into the box. A shot is taken. It's blocked. Real Betis are on the attack. Oh my days. Badiashile is being very aggressive here. And he's called a guilty culprit here as a free kick is given to Isco. So I'm 40 seconds behind. Oh, the handball is what happened. Still trying to find a better stream so I can be able to see this, because I generally don't like the fact that I cannot see this match at a closer time. I don't want to be missing a lot of the key actions. But so far, there's not really much to see in terms of Chelsea. They're trying. We're seeing what they usually do, which is try the best, try to get goals. But Real Betis know that they need to be defensively solid, and so far they're moving the ball quickly, finding little 1-2 passage lanes. Right idea there by Real Betis, but the ball is given straight back to Chelsea. Well, drastic time is called for drastic measures, so I'm going to have to be using a different source. I mean, I can see the match. It's just that, and I mean, it's good that I'm able to see the match for free. Well, not for free. It's a paid subscription, but I'm way behind, and I don't like that. So I'm going to try to find a different stream that is closer to what's going on in the action, even if it's not as close as to what is happening. I want to be at least closer. Okay, so let me see how good this stream is in terms of how close it is to what's actually happening. Let's see. So we're at this. We're okay. No matter what I do, I'm still way behind. I'll just have to satisfy. Okay, so this stream is at least somewhat closer to what's going on. Let me see what I can do here. All right, so Chelsea on the attack. Crossfield pass. Neto does enough to keep the ball in play. Caicedo. Chelsea, I have to comment Chelsea here. They're not really panicking. Not much of a cause for alarm here. Still early on in this match. But let's see what can happen. They're not rushing anything. They're taking their time, and fair play. There's enough time for them to relax on the ball, try to press Real Betis back and try to hit them. But I'm loving the way that Real Betis are playing. The way that they're moving the ball quickly, swiftly. The chemistry is so strong. You can see that they have the ideas. It's just that Chelsea's defense is also finding ways to stay deep, not to allow Real Betis any space in behind. But of course, that means nothing as Chelsea are still behind. Chelsea are really trying their best here. There's some transfer news that is going on right now. Just trying to check it out to see. Let's see what will happen. I mean, a lot of people are saying that they're worried about the centre back pair, which is very interesting to me. Oh, Betis are in behind here. Take the shot, Isco. Oh my days! Real Betis had a clear opportunity there, but it goes out for a goal kick, and to no avail there. That Real Betis are actually getting the better of Chelsea right now. Malagusto absolutely got sent to no man's land there. Oh my days. Manuel Pellegrini holds his head in shock as he's wondering how his player missed from there. The fans are also holding their heads, but Isco was a save. Okay, it was a corner kick. Isco takes the corner kick. It's cleared by the shield. Real Betis have the ball still. They come back again. Nicholas Jackson can do absolutely nothing. The ball absolutely goes beyond him. Madueke trying to defend here, but to no avail. Gusto was sent to no man's land right there. That's embarrassing. I'm still wondering why James didn't start. That's nothing against Malo Gusto necessarily. It's just a case of I believe you start your captain. You start a experienced fullback who has played in the grandest of the European competitions of the Champions League and did well against City. I believe you play him in this final, but why not? I guess Malagusto is getting this chance here. Reece James played on the weekend. I don't know. Probably it's called rotation. But I'm wondering why we did not see Reece James starting this final, as he is an experienced veteran when it comes on to these finals. So we'll see what happens. He can always come off the bench, of course, but it really is. He was not favored over Malagusto in this final. It's not looking good at all, man. Not looking good at all for Chelsea so far. It's very concerning. The popular thought here is that Malagusto is Maresca's mistake here, and could that be costly? That's the question that's being asked. There's still enough time to rectify such a quote-unquote mistake, should that be the case. But Malagusto is having a very poor game today, I have to be honest. But nevertheless, I'm not giving up on Malagusto. He's still very young. He can always improve still. So I don't agree with getting rid of him, but I do believe that he needs to do better, or a change has to happen at halftime if this continues. But it's not looking good at all for Chelsea. Not looking good at all. Let's see what happens. Though, let's see if the favor can go in Chelsea's way. But Real Betis have been the far better side in this match. I don't know if it was a plan to allow Real Betis to have the ball more, but it's not looking good. Free kick, Malagusto. Malagusto is being guilty of a lot of free kicks, and it's concerning. I think he's having a very poor match even more. Hopefully it won't be costly. Kukulea. Throw into Chelsea after Real Betis had an opportunity there. Nicholas Jackson had an opportunity. Come on. Oh, Jackson is dispossessed. Unlucky. Still 0, 1-0. Still 1-0 to Real Betis. You can see Chelsea are still not rushing anything. They're taking the time, not trying to rush anything. There's no need for them to be rushing as well. You can argue that. But at the moment, it is all Real Betis right now. Real Betis are the team that are getting more opportunities, more clear-cut opportunities. But Chelsea on the attack here, with Madueke on that left-hand side, Kukulea to Caicedo. Kukulea, the ball goes out for a throw. Chalaba, Malagusto, back to Chalaba. So makes a pass to Badia Shield. Badia Shield. Kukulea tried to find space there, but Enzo Fernandez could not get there before Adrian. And the ball goes from one goalkeeper to the next. Unlucky. Okay. I'm just trying to play. I'm trying to be patient as well. But I'm very much concerned about if Chelsea will find a way to come back into this match. I hope so. I really hope so. Few people are watching. Please drop a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Come on, Chelsea. Just want to quickly share what the lineups are again. Real Betis on the attack once more. Oh my days, that was close. But Malo Gusto has made up for his earlier mistake by defending well with this attempt that Real Betis had. He kept an eye on the number 10 here for Real Betis, and he got a foot in, and it was decisive to keep the game at 1-0. Some technical difficulties with sharing the play-by-play screen now. All right, perfect. Real Betis are having to defend here. They defend that opportunity well. Cole made a cross into the box. Isco trying to clear it some more, but the shield is able to get it back, and Kukurea is dropping deep to be of support to Chalobah. By the way, he goes on here, clearance from the Real Betis defense. They're doing their best to try to keep this game from being worse, Chelsea, and they're trying to get a goal. Let's see what's going to happen here. I must say that I prefer Madueke being on that right hand side, I should say, not the left hand side. I do believe that we should play Pedro Neto on that left hand side. If you're gonna have to, if you decide to play both, play Neto on that left hand side and Madueke on the right hand side. I don't think he works well on that left hand side. It's kind of strange to me that Maresca opted to play Madueke on that left-hand side, but Manuel Pellegrini, as I said before, will be happy with what his team has done so far, as they are leading 1-0 after taking the lead in that 9th minute of the match. The fans aren't helping though. The fans are chanting, Reece James is one of our own. That's not really good for one right back that is playing. Come on, that can actually destroy the mentality of, or the attitude or the confidence of Malo Gusto. I get it, you want Reece James, but I don't agree with chanting another player's name while you have another right back playing. I don't agree with that. I need to be able to hear what's going on here. So let me just add the earphone in to avoid any copyright. Caicedo really trying to do something here, but nothing. Gotta be honest, Marco Barta and Isco have been very good they're overshadowing Anthony, who's also been very good. The commentators are saying that it should not be of any discouragement to any of the players that are not starting for Chelsea, because given the type of match it's been so far, them coming on, they could be an impact. So something that they can actually look forward to coming off the bench and probably doing something. So fair play. A little interesting stat here. Real Betis have scored the first goal. Oh, Malagusto on the attack here. Pedro Neto on that right hand side. He takes a shot. Way too high. Not going to trouble the goalkeeper. But as I was saying, Real Betis have scored the first goal for the 13th time in 14 of the Conference League matches. So that is a interesting stat that perhaps some people probably overlooked. I have to admit I did as well. But let's see what will happen. Real Betis are really the one that are on the front foot. But Pedro Neto missing that chance is not good for Chelsea at all. Would have been a good way to get them back in the match. Ricardo Rodriguez kind of brought Real Betis on that attack. Caicedo, Isco wins back the ball. Personally, I think what Maresca has to do is swap Madueke and Neto. Put Madueke on that right hand side, Neto on that left hand side. And unfortunately, I have to say this, Malo Gusto has to come off. Reece James needs to come out. We need more physicality on that right hand side. We're lacking it. And the midfield really would have been nice to have Lavia, but obviously Lavia is not in the squad. So it's gutting, but it is what it is. Maresca sent 5 players to warm up, and one of them is Reece James. So I suppose we can expect seeing Reece James potentially coming on for the second half, unless Maresca shows some grits and guts and decides to replace Malo Gusto. But a dangerous free kick has been given away here. Real Betis have a really good opportunity to score from a free kick here. Let's see what will happen here. Chelsea will not want to go 2-0 down. Badiashile and Gusto is being said to be potentially coming off for that second half. Let's see what will happen. Blocked by Badiashile. Brisbane clear. Nothing came from that free kick to Chelsea's relief. Jurgensen got a save off, but more work had to be done. Pablo Fornals celebrating as if they've just won the Conference League already. The blocks, the defense thing is very good so far from Real Betis, I have to be honest. Chelsea have done well to keep it one goal, I should say. But it's not been easy. Chelsea on the attack, Malo Gusto. But it's been a breaking play after a little situation taking place on the pitch. Oh my days. Adrian, the collision with Enzo Fernandez would have been the case. And there's a drop ball being reported by referee to be taken. Nicholas Jackson was trying to help Adrian get, but he did not want help. Chelsea are dominating possession. And it goes back to what I said earlier in a previous stream, that whenever Chelsea dominate possession, they never tend to win the match. So let's see. Kukurea is muscled off the ball here, but it's not giving up. Anthony has really had a new source of life at Real Betis. He's doing way better than what he was doing at Man United. We're edging closer. We're about a minute and a few seconds away from added time and half time. I made a statement prior to this match, prior to even the final match for Chelsea in the Premier League, that the underdogs in these competitions tend to be the ones that are winning. And Real Betis are leading, and they will be confident that they can get the job done. Bear in mind, I said 2-1, So I do expect Chelsea to get a go back. But will it be a case where they win 2-1, or will they have a consolation goal at the end of the match? Let's see. Enzo Fernandez. Oh, unlucky. Neto. Finally, the changes happen. Madueke has been shifted, and we see better build-up play there with Neto on the left-hand side. Finally, we see the change happen. And it's half time. After 1 minute of added time, it's half time. Let me know what you guys think about this first half. And what do you think Chelsea need to do in that second half to turn this tie in their way? Let's see what you guys have to say. I'm going to share the link with a few of my friends to see if anybody wants to join. Well, I'm just trying to share the link, guys, with a few people to see if anybody is able to join. But let me know what you guys think about the match so far, and what would you suggest Chelsea do to find a way back into this match? It'll be too sad if Chelsea aren't able to get the job done. It'll be really sad. I would love to see their club finish the season with a trophy, but let's see what happens. I believe my screen is frozen. Anyways, let me just quickly share this instead. So this is the starting 11 once more, guys. Anybody that's tuning in. Big up Chi Bobby Fairview. It's a pleasure seeing you here, man. Hope you're good. Thank you. It says big up Tyrone. Just dropping into hit the like button and bless up the chat. Big up Chi Bobby Fairview. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for showing some support. Much appreciation to you. As I said, guys, this is the starting 11 for both teams. For anybody tuning in now and just want to know what the starting 11 is. Mariska still hasn't learned his lesson about using Reece James. Gusto out there getting cool. Yeah, I mean, I found it strange that Reece James wasn't starting. I'm hoping that this isn't a Pep. I hope this is not Mariska's Pep Guardiola moment in that Champions League. But I know that obviously where Pep decided not to play a defensive midfielder and ended up suffering a 1-0 defeat. Because Real Betis could simply just try to win this 1-0. They have no reason to be panicking. They have all reasons to just relax. But yeah, definitely, you need physicality on that right-hand side. And Malo Gusto is being outnumbered. He's been outmuscled. He's been outnumbered. And he's getting cooked, on, as you said, on that right-hand side. So hopefully, he makes the change. But right now, it's not looking good at all. We definitely need to make that change. And I hope Madueke and Neto, I beg your pardon, is swapped. So Madueke goes on that right-hand side. And of course, Neto remains on that left-hand side. I saw for the latter part of the first half that Neto was on that left-hand side and Madueke was on the right-hand side. So hopefully we see that being the case. I'll be right back, guys. Let me just quickly get my charger so my laptop doesn't die. Right back. Right, so that took me way longer than I thought it would have. But yeah. But I share the same sentiment as you, about the favor about what Maresca isn't doing. Right, so the play-by-play screen is completely frozen. And we move. Hopefully it gets better. Just waiting for the second half to start. My question is: is there anybody that actually think that Nicholas Jackson will score in that second half? I hope he does, but I don't know. He's been kept at bay so far, but he's not really been much of a threat. Nicholas Jackson. Hopefully he can. But of the two players in the starting 11 graphics, Anthony has been the way better option. Albeit not, obviously Anthony's not a striker, but in terms of an attacking player, Anthony has done way better. He's been very physical against Kukurea. Kukurea has kept him somewhat quiet in terms of when he's on that side. When he comes centrally, though, Anthony is able to make good passes and link up well with Isco, who has been doing very good. For a 33-year-old, he's doing very good, Isco. I have to be honest. And, he is a winner. Real Madrid ex-player and all of that. So Isco is a player that obviously shouldn't be surprising that he's doing this well. But, in all honesty, Real Betis have given Chelsea a daunting match here, and it's a 1-goal deficit as the second half is about to kick off. So let's see what will happen, but definitely Chelsea have to do way better if they want any opportunity of winning this trophy. Hopefully they find a way. I am confident that they can, but let's see. Reece James has replaced Malo Gusto as he is coming out. So that is a positive thing to see. It shows that perhaps Maresca is admitting that he got it wrong by playing, or starting, I should say, Malo Gusto. So Reece James will be coming on. So that is a positive. And there will be a substitution taking place here for Real Betis as well. It looks like Reece James is coming on. So let's see what will happen. Real Betis on the attack so far. Oh my days. Goal kick. Chelsea trying to get to go back. By the way, my fellow brother Wolfgang Division is live, so I'm just ensuring that I go over there and show support to him as well. Yeah, 2 people watching. Please, I'm asking you guys to just let me know that it's not bots. Send a message, probably 1 or 2 messages, so I can know that I'm actually speaking to people. Other than that, I hope you guys are good. And thank you for tuning in, nonetheless. Step number 2 of trying to get this play-by-play stream to come back up. Let's see what will happen this time around. Nicholas Jackson is making a run here. Oh my days. Oh, unlucky, man. Unlucky. Nicholas Jackson does not have any striking instinct. It's concerning to me, I swear to God. Oh my word. But definitely what he's doing right now is that's what we need to see him doing. But this is gutting, man. He needs to be doing way better than this. Oh. Chalobah has looked very shaky, very much shaky. It's concerning to me, I have to be honest. The the Moroccan goal scorer, is limping. He was limping before the second half of the match started, but it looks like he cannot see the match and he's emotional, and a substitution has to take place here. Unlucky, but it's what it is. Right, so this game is very boring, I have to be honest. A penalty could be happening here. Nicholas Jackson is down. Is it going to happen? Could this be the moment? Oh, wow. Body shield is booked here. We are looking at this. Is it going to be a penalty? Oh, did he get a touch? I don't know if Adrian got a touch, then he hit Jackson. I don't know. The play resumes. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh my Lord, James missed a blatant chance. Oh my days, this is so drama filled. But look at the impact James has made, and by coming on, he should have started the match. But it is what it is. Oh! Adrian stops it again. Oh my days, man. Unlucky. Jackson shot that, but absolutely no way on that is going to trouble Adrian, man. Oh my Lord. Big up to you, Diamond. Thank you for tuning in. $33 minutes to go plus at the time of this match. So enough time for a goal for Chelsea or Betis. But let's see what's going to happen. Caicedo to Enzo Fernandez. Jackson. Madueke. Why is Madueke on the left-hand side again, Maresca? Much appreciated, Diamond. Big up to you. Yeah, it's disappointing so far, Diamond, for sure. This is gutting. Sanchez coming on. He said, well, Diamond, I was saying for weeks on X that I expected Real Betis to win this, because I think Real Betis, as the underdogs, have had a better run of matches in the Conference League. They've had more close matches. Chelsea have had it way too easy. And I think, indirectly, complacency will kick in. They'll have the belief. But if Real Betis wins, good for them. But absolutely annoying. Levi Cowell is on. Wow. Madueke is staying on. Neto is taken off. I'm shocked by that. Absolutely shocked by that. Wow. Oh my days. I'm shocked by that, man. Can't believe Neto's the one that was taken off. Is what it is. Hopefully something better happens. Big up, Diamond. Big up. Yeah, Levi Cole is on now, Diamond. I'm not liking this, and I'm trying not to say it, but this looks just like a definitive defeat for Chelsea. I'm not liking how it looks so far. Chelsea are trying, but Real Betis are defending very well. Let's see what's going to happen, though. Chelsea are doing way better now. Oh, this is frustrating now. Oh my gosh. Finally, yes! Enzo Fernandez, come on. Yes. Come on. That's it. Yes. Enzo Fernandez, it had to be him. Just had to be him. Come on. Come on. But Enzo Fernandez, that does not take away from the fact that he did poorly. It's not over yet. It's not over. That's a good cross from Palmer. I know it's so funny. Both players were making back passes a lot and it was irritating me. And both players have played a crucial part in putting Chelsea back in this. And Maresca is celebrating. Okay. All right. I think okay. That's better now. I don't know why my mic was switched off. It switched to the laptop mic, but I'm happy that that is the case. Thank you for telling me. Big up to you, Diamond. Thank you for letting me know that that was going on. But just like that, it's over. Chelsea fans are waiting. The players are excited on the bench. They're getting up. Tosin is saying, get up, get up. The players are happy. Let's see what's going to happen here. We're moments away from the monumental moment of Chelsea winning the Conference League officially. Let's see. And they will be the first club in football history to win all 3 trophies. Real Betis still trying to get another consolation goal here. They're on the attack. That's desperation. That wasn't too much of bad effort, but that was never going to trouble the goalkeeper. We're moments away from that grand moment that the players and fans can't wait for. Oh, Real Betis fans are crying. It has to be painful, to see your team take the lead 9 minutes in, and for it to take a bad turn for you. It has to be painful. But yes, Chelsea have won the Conference League. It's a good way to end their season. And Nkunku is smiling, albeit the fact that he hasn't been selected to come on the pitch to play. But at the end of the day, you're about to be a part of a team winning a trophy. So even no matter what the situation is, that will matter to you. You're going to be getting a gold medal at the end of the match. It doesn't make a difference. And Mudryk, Michael Mudryk, the player who has not been allowed to play. There's another altercation on the pitch again. Unbelievable. Fans, you need to relax. We're seeing a whole bunch of young Real Betis fans crying. I hate seeing this. I'm one person. I don't like seeing the camera going to fans who are emotional for a bad reason. I don't like it. It's a very bad thing. The coverage, I don't know. That's just me. I just hate it. Moments to go. Maria Shield, everybody's celebrating. Manuel Pellegrini will be gutted. And the match is over. Chelsea have won the Conference League. What celebrations we are seeing right now. Chelsea have done it. Fantastic. Chelsea 4. Real Betis 1. Or Real Betis 1, Chelsea 4. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will be ending the stream in about 2 minutes. All right, well, let me see if anybody wants to join in. So I'll keep the stream up. But the fans are happy. Isco is in tears. Isco can be proud of his performance. He did well, but Isco will also say it. Isco will be embarrassed as well, because he said earlier to this match, even days before, as soon as the fight was guaranteed, he said that they were going to beat us. So he'd be embarrassed, but he did play good. So it's not like he said that and he never did well in the match. He did good. So you can be proud of yourself. But 4 goal scorers, 4 goals for Chelsea, 5 goals in this final. Sancho scored in the 83rd minute, Caicedo in the 91st minute, Fernandes opened the scoring for Chelsea in the 65th, and Nicholas Jackson in the 70th minute. Fantastic. Chelsea have won a trophy, and it's a good way to end the season. Let's see what they will do next season. And of course, the Club World Cup will begin in a couple of weeks in June. So let's see what they'll be able to do. But Chelsea are happy. They're celebrating as they have done it. They have completed the lot. They have won every trophy at European level that is available. And they're the first team to do it, as well, as Diamond says here. Big up to you, Diamond. And he said it. You were the first team to do it, and only for a while. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if it should be a flex, because I think that due to the reason why that has really happened is because a lot of the you can join. I'll send a link to you on X. Bear with me. Let me just quickly get the link and I'll send it to you. Sure, you can join for sure, definitely. I have no problem sharing the link with you. Let me just quickly do this. I'll share the link to you and let you come on. No problem. But Chelsea are Conference League winners. Happy days. Happy days. I'm happy for it. More people are joining in. I'm loving that. Absolutely loving that. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Happy. We have done it. We've won every European trophy possible, but I'm not gonna be divulging in all this glory. I don't think it should be a flex that we've won everything. I mean, it's a good thing on paper because the fact that you've gotten demoted, quote unquote, since the Champions League is the highest level of the European competitions that you can play in. But if you got demoted to it, at least win it, and that's what Chelsea have done. So let's see what will happen going forward. We have a lot to look forward to next season. Champions League football returns to Stamford Bridge, and Monday/Tuesday night football will return to Stamford Bridge. This is kind of, I don't know, I'm probably too much of an empath. It's kind of difficult for me to be, okay, I have to turn off the TV. It's kind of heartbreaking to see the Real Betis fans and the players crying. It's gutting, but Lavia celebrating. Maresca is all smiles. Palmer does not look the most happy. He's smiling now after Maresca says something to him, but I would not be surprised if Cole Palmer is gutted with his performance. He got an assist, but yeah, Diamond is here. Big up to you, Diamond. I forgot to add you. Kind of too excited. Let me move this. Big up to you, Diamond. Thank you for joining. How are you doing, fellow Everton fan?
I'm doing well, thank you. Big up to you. Big up to Chelsea today for winning the game.
Yep.
You have won the final European trophy in your collection. You've completed all of them, and that's a big achievement.
Definitely.
And hopefully next season in the Champions League, you can get to the final.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely have to get way better players than what we have now, because what Real Betis weren't necessarily the greatest. They weren't flying on all cylinders, and I get it. They wanted to sit on that 1-0 lead, but they also didn't really do much to really hurt Chelsea. They had chances, but other times they were very flat. But Chelsea did their best. Big up to you, Bobby Fairview. He says box ticked. You up the Chelsea. Big up to you, Bobby Fairview. Thank you for coming back and tuning in. I appreciate it. But yes, Chelsea have done it. But as I said, Bobby Fairview, similarly to the top 4 qualification, I'm not going to be celebrating this as if we've won the Champions League. It's the Conference League, and that isn't to badmouth it or to be arrogant, but it's a Conference League. And I mean, we got demoted to the Conference League because of how poorly we did seasons prior, and obviously because we couldn't get the Champions League football last season. So the good thing is that we qualified for it. We got to the finals, or not just got to the finals, we won it. But the finals in the second half was completely different. So what do you have to say, Diamond, about the match itself?
At the start, it was a bit rocky with the first goal. That was purely because of the defence. But as soon as you got Reece James in and Levi Colwill, you were looking rock solid, and you ended up scoring 4 goals in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. Just trying to see if anybody else wants to join in before I end the stream on the panel. Appreciate all the support that you guys have done. Big up to you, Diamond, for coming on. I appreciate it. I know that you said you were on a different stream before, but you took the time to come on, so I appreciate you doing that. But yeah, Chelsea have won. They have completed the set, and it's good. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't want anybody to misinterpret that I'm not happy. I'm happy Chelsea have won a trophy. It's been a long time. It's the first trophy in the Todd Bowley clearly Capital Consortium ownership. So I'm happy that we've actually finally won a trophy under these owners. But it just I don't know. I just have a bitter taste in my mouth. I just can't feel. I can't really be celebrating like a crazy person. I don't know. Probably other people can share that sentiment, but it just doesn't feel as if I should be celebrating like a mad person. I know a lot of people are, because I'm actually going on YouTube checking what other people are acting, and I get it. It's the first trophy. We have something to look forward to. More trophies under these owners, and this would be good for the players momentum wise. It would help them to push through, to try to, as Diamond said, to try to get to the Champions League final. Will we get good players to do so? It remains to be seen. I don't see it happening next season. If it happens, then I'll raise my hands once more. I did say Real Betis would win this final weeks ago. I was wrong. I'll admit that I was wrong. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. I'm not an arrogant person. nor am I a narcissist, so I'm not going to pretend as if, oh, I said something wrong, I'm going to make excuses. No, I was wrong about this. It's not that I didn't want Chelsea to win. I'm a football fan. I'm not just a Chelsea fan. And looking at the narrative of how it has been for Real Betis in terms of the teams that they've had to play, and they've not had an easy set of fixtures, although the Conference League isn't as competitive as, or let me not say that, it's not as highly competitive as the Europa League or the Champions League. I just thought that Real Betis, in terms of the way that they play, because they play beautiful football, I just think that in terms of their the fact that the goal scorer got injured is a big problem for them, for sure. That is one thing, and I think since that injury happened, I think their heads dropped, Real Betis that is, and Chelsea posed on the lack of added attacking presence that they would have had. So it's good that we were able to do that, and I'm happy that players like Caicedo, Sancho, will he be signed from Man United? I don't think he can go back to Man United because he's already severed ties with Man United. Will Anthony stay at Real Betis? Will Anthony go to a different club? Because I think Anthony has done relatively well this season. In the second half of the season, he did well for Real Betis. He was a very key player for them in the Conference League. And he'll be gutted that he didn't get to score a goal, but he did perform relatively good in this match. He gave Kukurea a very good job. It wasn't an easy job for Kukurea, but Kukurea was able to handle the job and the responsibility that Anthony came with. So big up to you guys, 3 people watching. Ensure that you like if you haven't already. And Bobby Smoke Signals, big up to you, Bobby. Welcome to the stream. And how are you feeling?
Big up, guys. Congratulations, everybody at Chelsea, fans, everybody. Of course, I'm feeling good. This is the icing on the cake for a well-fought season. We've had our difficulties. I think what scuppered us from doing even better was injuries to key players. This is on record as the youngest ever squad to be fielded in a full Premier League season.
Yeah.
What can we say? The first half, we were dead and buried. We didn't even look as if we'd get anywhere near a goal, not to mention score a goal. In the second half, we came alive. Parma came alive, and we put Betis in their place. We got to be happy today. Chelsea fans, we've got to be happy today. But that last bit from Nicholas Jackson tells us that the summer has to be a summer of purchases in the forward line.
Definitely.
We've got to get that striker or two, maybe a winger, centre back, maybe. But look, these kids are developing. They're doing well. The manager is also young, developing. He's doing well. We've got to go the course with this guy. He has frustrated us at times. That slow passing at the back can drive everyone crazy. But when you have quality in the team, hopefully Andre Santos coming, Esteval William, although I keep saying we need to give that kid time, let him settle. I'm not expecting him to come and rip up trees, but I do expect a very, very good quality striker and some sort of additional winger, probably on the left. Look, we've got to be happy with this season. Clear 4th place, 3 points ahead of Newcastle, Villa, Forest. All these people they said would kick us out of the top 5, not to mention top 4. We finished clear top 4, only 2 points behind Man City, only 5 points behind Arsenal. I mean, we've got to be happy and proud and just push on from here. I'm a very happy man today, Ty. Very happy man. And look at our owners; they've got to be happy too.
First trophy under the blue ownership. It's very good. So it's a very good thing. Did I miss the trophy lift, or it hasn't happened yet?
No, it hasn't happened yet.
Okay, because my stream has gone completely down since, I don't know. And I think they're probably biased towards me. It was working perfectly fine for hours, and then as soon as the match is over, the stream has collapsed. I don't know what's going on. But yes, as you said a lot of things. The season wasn't straightforward. It wasn't easy. Obviously, it wasn't like last season where we had a record high amount of injuries. We had a complete starting 11. You could have fielded a whole different starting 11 with the amount of injuries we had. But injuries obviously did plague our season. Obviously, Lavia is an unfortunate thing that Lavia didn't really get to take part in the Conference League. But
Yeah,
obviously, he'll get.
these were key injuries to key players at key times. Not the volume of last season, but significant enough to hamper the squad for sure, especially from January.
Yeah. So that's one thing. And I'm looking at what people are saying on X. So somebody's saying, let me see if I can share this stuff instead. So CFC Blue says, okay, let me see if this is actually being shared properly. It says UEFA Conference League winners and secured Champions League by finishing 4th in the Premier League. Enzo Maresca has done exactly what was needed of him this season, and my manager is what it finishes off with. I know some people are going to say that it hurts me to celebrate Maresca winning a trophy. That's pathetic. And I did have a show, what was it, 2 days ago? And I did say that if Maresca does well, then Chelsea does well, and that's all I want. So even though I have my doubts about him in certain aspects, he won a trophy, and I'm going to congratulate him on that. And Chelsea won a trophy as well. So I mean, no matter what I think about him as a manager, it's not going to sway my opinion or my decision to actually applaud him for what he's done, because it's not been an easy season. I'll give him that. And as much as I'll argue that some aspects he could have done better, and I think he made a poor mistake not starting Reece James in this match. Because we saw what happened when Reece James came on for that second half. But the key thing is that whether his coaching staff or he realized what he did wrong, or what they decided to do wrong by starting Gusto. And that isn't a dig at Gusto. Gusto is still very young and he has a lot to learn. But I do believe that you start your captain, you start an experienced player in a European final. Obviously, we know Reece James played a monumental role in the Champions League final that Chelsea won in 2021. So, he's one of the only experienced players that we had. Obviously, these players have experience winning a European trophy now. So, of course, they have that under their belts now, and it's good. It's good momentum, good ammunition for them in a good way for them to go to next season and hopefully try to push for a good finish, or even to try to win the Champions League next season. So we'll see what happens. But I just want to ask you this question to you, Bobby. Now the season is officially over technically. What's this? All right, no problem, Diamond. But I have this question to ask you. I asked Jerry when he was on a show that I did on Monday. What would be your legitimate expectations for next season for Maresca and the team? Was it top 4 finish, try to maintain it, contending for the league, Champions League? What is it exactly?
Look, we have to delve into the transfer market. We have 2 weeks to get the striker we need for the Club World Cup, and our performance in the Club World Cup will determine that, Ty. For me today, I can't be critical of anything. Yeah, Maresco tried Gusto. I think he was trying to reserve and preserve Reece James, playing 2 games back to back within 3 days with him. We don't want him injured. So I can't fault him for that. He responded in the right way. He made the right change. And boy, did the team show their superiority to Betis. I mean, second half, Betis had no answer to us at all. We completely took over. Look, our expectations depends on what sort of squad we're going to have next season. Our targets have to be to improve on 4th place. We've got to be gunning for being in the running for the Premier League and looking at an extremely good performance in the Champions League. That takes a very, very good squad, not 1 or 2 players that we expect to play game in, game out. A good squad, a duplicate of players in every position. And then we can see what, as fans, we can expect. But at this point in time, we can't have any expectations because we're not sure yet what's coming in. Players need to come in, players need to go out for sure. But we have the blueprint of the envy of the world, not to mention the envy of Europe. If we call the right shots, continue with this team, Yeah, Maresca. Remember, Maresca himself is young. This is his first full season at the top flight, and he's done everything that he needed to do. He's met his tasks. His KPIs have all been met. Top four. That was his first KPI. It was only later we found out that the Champions League qualification was top five, and winning the trophy, European trophy he was in, which is the Conference League. Okay, the domestic trophies he fell flat. That can come. I think we've got to. What this has taught us is building takes time. Building takes patience. There are ups and downs, and on we go. I mean, we have to. The key one now we're looking at is the striker. You know, whether we get one or two, we have to get that striker. Let's see what happens in the transfer market now. Rhys James is just lifting the trophy.
Oh, I missed it. Oh no. Oh no. Mashibi went completely down. That's gutting. Catch it on a different place.
It's always good to lift the trophy. Always good, no matter what it is. You know, this trophy, Ty, make no bones about it. It's very important to us. Very important to us. You know, people may scoff at it. They may say it's only, yeah, right. Whenever Chelsea drop down a peg in European competition, we go and win that competition. And what makes this ever so sweeter is that as you walk into Stamford Bridge now and you see our museum and the trophy cabinet and you see the mural on the wall of Stamford Bridge, will be this trophy completing the set. Magnificent. We've got to be proud. We've got to be very proud.
All right. Yeah. So okay, I've managed to get to see it, to see the trophy lift, and I can't. I wish I could show the video of it, but I'll see if there's any screenshot or pictures of it that will be released soon. But yeah, I mean, I said the exact same thing. I said I'm happy, but it just I don't know. I just have a bitter taste in my mouth because it's I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm happy, but at the same time, I don't know how to explain it. It's complicated. But just seeing the young players lift the trophies, it's a good feeling. You know, Enzo Fernandez, see Enzo Maresca there. You know, it's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling. It's just that
it is, Ty. And the other significance of this is that this improves our pedigree. This improves our coefficient in the Champions League. All this counts for us. You know, winning these trophies is extremely important for club pedigree, for club ratings in European competitions and in the world competitions like the World Club Cup. My dream now is to go and win that. Honestly, to win that World Club Cup, it's so important. People think it's not an important competition, but now we see the importance. There's 100 million plus prize money for the winners in that, and if we can do that, that would be so important for this club going forward.
yeah, and I mean, technically, it isn't impossible. I mean, and that isn't to criticize the other teams or to say that they're not good enough. But in terms of what teams I see in it, and as I said, it's not disrespect to them. I think we have a good chance, especially if we get the targets. As you said, we're hearing and seeing reports and everything saying that they want to get their dealings done quickly before the Club World Cup. So depending on who we see coming by then, we have 2 weeks or something like that before that. I think it is possible. You know, I think the teams that are really can be a threat to us and probably can meet in the finals if we make it that far, which is very likely. Is perhaps I think Real Madrid is in it. PSG we'll have to see what happens with the Champions League final that they have on Saturday, and how they'll be going into that.
Even if they win the Champions League final, I think it's too late for them to join this series of the World Club
No,
Cup.
they're in it. They're in it. They're in it actually. I was shocked.
Oh, they're actually in it?
Yeah, I'm shocked.
How?
But
on what basis?
I have no idea. I've been trying to figure that out for the last few days. They've not won any. I don't know.
Not won anything in Europe. I don't understand. Is
Yeah.
is that a money basis or what? I don't
was
get
wondering.
that one.
I was wondering if that was the case but they are in it. They're playing up. They're scheduled to play Atletico Madrid on the 15th of June in match day 1 of 3. So they're in it. I don't understand why, but they are actually in it. Dortmund is also in it. You have Inter Milan. I guess the basis is perhaps that they've been second best. I don't know. I'm trying to see the sense in the nonsense.
Inter Milan have won the Champions League twice.
Yeah.
So, they have pedigree. PSG has no pedigree whatsoever in Europe. None. They've not even won the Cup Winners' Cup, nothing. So I don't see that at all.
I don't understand why, but they're actually in it. So there's options in there. Yeah, it is what it is. There's options in it that we can potentially say would be one of the biggest threats. But I mean, at the same time, we'll see. It is possible for us to win the Club World Cup, given what we're seeing being said about what we want to get. And as I said, fair play to Maresca. He may have quote unquote gotten it wrong, and as you said, and that was the perception that I took to it when I saw Gusto starting. Preservation. We're trying to keep our captain fit, because obviously, although the technical season would the Club World Cup campaign be a part of this season still? I have no idea. It's really hard to follow.
Well, it's it's off season, but it's an important part. It's an extension to our season.
Yeah.
And we need, we have shown what we can do when we have fit players. We need a fit team. We need everybody back on that pitch. I don't know whether Wesley Fofana will make the World Club Cup. I don't know. If he does, great, but he'll still be looking for match fitness. But we need Santos is back. Even Petrovic is back. And then we need to get that striker. So player selection, we need to be very prudent with that. And the striker coming in, he'll be new to the team, so he'll have to use that competition to bed himself in. Look, there's no reason why we can't hope to win it, really. If we have the right player in there to finish chances, or players to finish chances, I think we can compete with anybody in the world.
Definitely. So as you said, the recruitment would be it will determine a lot of what we can probably expect from it, but there's no reason why we can't. I mean, we won this competition, albeit we didn't face off against certain teams along the way. But I mean, considering what the team has done against the Premier League champions and all that in recent times, it wouldn't be a surprise if they actually find a way to do it. So we'll see what happens. It remains to be seen what happens, but you definitely can't rule Chelsea out.
The interesting thing yet again, Ty, is that, look, we were a very attractive prospect anyway without any of these competitions. But now being in the Champions League and showing, what we can do by winning this competition so clearly as favourite from beginning to end. Usually people give you favourite tag, hoping to see you fall flat on your face. We never did that. We won the final comprehensively. We are a very attractive option for anybody to come to, anybody in world football to come to. The only thing is we have our payment structure. If you're happy to fit into that, we're happy to have you.
I like the way you said that. If you're happy to fit into that, then we're happy to help you. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, know that the average weight of how the season would be, and as you said, the Club World Cup would probably be an extension of the season, or more so the off season. We'll have to see what happens there, but for the next few weeks, we can look towards seeing what the club will do and see who they'll be able to bring in and what they'll be able to do in the coming weeks. But yeah, there's not really much being out there, and that's good. I like when things are quiet. I prefer that, in all honesty. I've never really liked the case where everything is just being out there. You can probably give the fans a bits of information here and there to let them know that, okay, there's progress actually taking place. But like I've never really liked the case where everything we're doing is just out there. But of course, we know that's how the media is, and sources and all that always have the scoop. So obviously, that's where they make money as well. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We have the Club World Cup to look forward to see what we'll be able to do in it. And I mean, the new trophy that they've unveiled, it actually looks good. And obviously we've won the Club World Cup, but to win this format of it, would be beautiful. I think are we the first to win this format of the Conference League in terms of the whole group stage thing and the league phase?
This is a new format starting this summer, Ty. It hasn't been done before.
Right, so it would be the new format. So let's see if we can do it. We're making history, in every shape and form, which is a very good thing. So let's see what we'll do. But yeah, big up to you, Jesus is King says up the chose. Yeah, up the chose. We've done it, and I had to share this picture. Reece James. The final remaining player currently at the club that had won a trophy or a European trophy with Chelsea. So he's the only player that we have left from that winning team. So it's a good feeling. Obviously we know Chalaba won the Super Cup with us, but Champions League, Reece James is the only remaining player. Chilwell, we'll have to see if he comes back, but I don't really think that's likely. He won a trophy as well, the FA Cup with Crystal Palace. So maybe they'll keep him. But yeah, Reece James, he has a winning mentality. He's a veteran, because he's actually one of the senior players if you look at it. So we'll have to see what happens. And as we've said, the players that we bring in will also be important. So yeah, anything else you want to say about it?
I can't see any scope for Ben Chilwell. I'm afraid, his age, his wages, he will be one of those we'll offload this summer.
Yeah, and speaking of wages, Sterling is another one that we have to find a solution for.
Yeah. He needs to go. Chilwell, his injury record as well. No, bye, Felicia.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, and I feel for Chilwell because it's not a case where he's been horrible. It's just that his injury record hasn't helped, and then when he came back, he wasn't the greatest. So it's unfortunate, but even he's a winner. He's won things. So of course we know that it's not like he has no influence. It's just that his wages and this new wage structure. If you want to be able to have good financial standing, especially with PSR and the financial fair play, of course you have to ensure that you finance the finance aspect of the club, and that business part of the club actually remains in good fitting and all that. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't want to focus on any negativities because there's not much negativity or any negativity per se, because we won the final. So even the little flaws that were there, it's not even worthy of mentioning, because at the end of the day it was rectified and we pushed through into the end and found a way to win. So at the end of the day, it's a positive end to a very what's the word I can use, to a season that was far from straightforward, and wasn't easy. Had its challenges, we had a lot of doubters, and of course I have to be honest, I didn't have much confidence about us getting Champions League. So I'm not going to pretend as if I was in the group of people that believed to the very end. I had multiple streams saying can Chelsea get top 4. I didn't expect, and of course I couldn't foresee so many things going in Chelsea's favor. I mean, the injuries, perhaps I didn't think about the fact that certain players, important players, were out, but of course we found a way to defy the odds. We were close last season with Pochettino, although many people are not fans of or weren't fans of Pochettino, I myself included. But there's some aspects of that period that was unfortunate as well. Have to be fair in that sense. We could have gotten Champions League football. We were robbed against Aston Villa. We should have gotten 3 points against Aston Villa, but we were robbed of that, the Sassy goal and all that. Could have gotten 3 points. A lot could have been different. We could have gotten Champions League last season. But as I would have said to you, and I think you were on that stream, I think it was on Garvin's channel, Bobby, and I said it then, and I think you shared the same sentiment as well. And I think the Conference League was a blessing in disguise, because this young team, you know, it was a good way for them to build from the third level going up. You know, the pressure will be less on them. Conference League it's highly competitive in terms of Real Betis and Fiorentina and all of that. We all know that Fiorentina and Real Betis were the teams that we were expecting to face, one of the two in the final, and so said so done, we faced Real Betis. But I think the Conference League was a good place for us to be able to rotate the young players, the investing in young players on a project. And you know, it's a good thing. You know, we had to wait 3 years, but 3 years is better than 30 years under this ownership, and you know, it's good. That we've won a trophy, and we can perhaps have more trust in the project and believe that okay, we can reap good rewards, and this is a good way to start it. And I think the Conference League is a good place to start. Champions League football to look forward to. So Monday/Tuesday night football returns to Stamford Bridge next season. It's always going to be a good thing. And you know, I have to be honest, I did not watch the Champions League this season because I was very unhappy. It just
me too. I didn't watch it at all.
Yeah,
I only started watching it from the semi-final between Barca and Inter. I didn't even watch the Arsenal one. I was that disgusted with the whole thing. So
yeah.
So look, you're right. You know, the Conference League has been a blessing in disguise for us. I think it's really helped the integration, the exercise, the rotation, the motivation of these young players. I really do. I think it's been a very good competition for us at this stage of the project.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I'm just looking at social media right now. You know, just every time I'm getting goosebumps. So every time I see the footage of the players running on the pitch, it gives me goosebumps. You know, Nicholas Jackson. You know, I'm happy for Jackson. You know, Jackson was of scrutiny, especially last season with that final against Liverpool, the semi-finals against Man City in the FA Cup, the final of the Carabao Cup, where he missed a few chances. Obviously we know the City match is obviously another one, but I'm happy. You know, he scored in this final, and you know, I think it helped the team to push for more goals. You know, Enzo Fernandez, the player that, you know, has split opinions. I have always said I like the player, just think that there's other aspects where he needs to improve on. And you know, I don't want to really focus on the negativities, but I'm happy that after that first half performance that he had, where he was passing the ball backwards and all that, and it was lackluster, that he made up for it in that second half, him and Cole Palmer, respectively. So it's good. You know, there's a lot to look at, and obviously I know that, you know, people in the community like Coach, to his perspective, Tobago and everybody else in the community, they'll be doing more streams in the future, maybe tomorrow, maybe later on today, you never know. But it's a good feeling, you know, and you know, Chelsea fans have a lot to look forward to next season, and as I have said, and you know, as I said, winning the Conference League is a good thing for these players, and hopefully going into next season they will be able to improve on that, because that's all we want to see, development in a good way. And as I've been saying, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, hopefully the owners stay true to what they've said about actually investing in proper players. And Champions League football, albeit I don't really think leading Champions League football would have been of anything. Chelsea have the heritage, the culture in them already, and they've proven that they can attract any player because we have that rich history. But Champions League football is just a cherry on top to really allow certain players want to come, because they say, okay, I can take part in the Champions League, I can play on Monday or Tuesday in the grandest stage of it all in the Europe. So yeah, so I'm happy. I'm really happy that we've won a trophy under Enzo Maresca and under these owners. I was waiting for it, and I lost hope in the close to the end. But we as you've said in the past, Bobby, and as I've been saying in recent time, you know, it's not over till the fat lady sings. So I mean, it's always important to wait until that final whistle blows, and it's not over until it's over, is what the saying goes as well. So yeah, anything else you want to say?
Yeah, there's nothing to add really. We just have to enjoy the summer, enjoy today. It's very important for club owners, fans, everybody. You know, I can't be negative about a single thing today. I think we have a lot to look forward to, but we must plan carefully. This team can go from great to greatness.
Definitely. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But with that being said, 5 people joining in now is always when I'm about to end the stream, people come in. But anyways, thank you to everybody that supported the stream today. Thank you, Bobby, for coming on. Diamond was here as well. Jesus is King, Bobby Fairview. Poggy made a donation earlier in the stream. Much appreciation to him as well. JFC Garvin was here. SKFC was here. So big up to everybody, even though was here watching, listening in, but they didn't comment. Much appreciation to you. Thank you again, Bobby, for joining. Enjoy the rest of, well, it's night for you. Enjoy the rest of the night, and you know, we'll talk soon.
Sorry, Ty, what was that?
I was saying enjoy the rest of the night, you know, and we'll talk soon.
You too, Ty. Absolutely. It's always a pleasure. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
UEFA Finals. Grab your drinks and your jersey on. It's a watch-along party till the break of dawn. From London town to Sevilla street, 2 sides meet where the champions beat. Blue is the color, vibes run deep. Conference League, no time for sleep. Chelsea rise with a youthful flame. Not a final, calling out their name. Cole Palmer dancing, magic feet. Jackson running like a hurricane beat. Enzo and Casale, boss in the mid. Gusto and Cucurella doing the bid. Beat Jenk, then fly past nice. Quarterfinals, semis, insist. Now it's Betis, final test. London boys ready to do their best. Ooh, na, na, turn up the stream. Conference League final, a football dream. Chelsea, Betis, 2 hearts colliding. I watch along. Conference King. From Spain, I'm coming with heart and pride. Oh, yeah, yeah. In Stamford Bridge, where legends play, the Blues march on day by day. From the academy's nurturing hands to the roaring crowds in distant lands, Chelsea Sessions brings the game to life, with training clips and match insights so rife. We dive deep into every play, where the Blues make history every day. Oh Chelsea, our hearts beat true, in victory and defeat we stand by